Hi, it's Ray from Proshaper Workshop in Charlton, Massachusetts, and this is one of the best parts of my job. Look at this, just bask in the glory of a Porsche shape. Just awesome. And the story of this is Spencer from Maryland came to my class about 2 years ago. He was 36 at the time. He had some idea that he might have wanted to build a car. And at the class, he met one of my other students, Ken from New Hampshire, who's been a lifelong Porsche guy. And Ken has been starting to build the chassis for a Gmund Porsche, which is all made out of folded up 18 gauge sheet metal. And he had prototyped it out in 20 gauge, and it's over on the other side of the shop. And Ken's a real methodical guy and showed Spencer all what he's been doing, so it's kind of stimulated Spencer a little bit. And Spencer was thinking of a 356, but once he saw the Gmund, he was sold, and he came to my class with no English wheeling experience, no shaping sheet metal experience at all, and nothing about making bucks or anything. But the best part of my job is seeing that inspiration flow to my students, and I've got a whole bunch of students that are building cars, and Spencer is one of we've got one of the best projects going here. He did the research, and he listened to the way I do my drawings on my magnetic board and stuff, and he didn't have the room for doing that, so he thought it would be better to get a CAD file. And he went to a place on the web called Hum 3D, which is in the Ukraine, and they have files for a lot of cars, and some of them are pretty accurate and some of them are off a little bit, but it's a good starting point anyways. And he bought the file for the Gmund, I guess, that they have on there, or it was a 356, I'm not sure, early 356, which is the characteristic of that is the flat window. And it's got this beautiful shape that was designed by Erwin Commenda, one of the chief engineers for the Porsche organization. Spencer was a little intimidated in making the wireform right off from the get-go, so he took the file and had it sliced, and he went to one of these workshops where you go in and you pay so much to join it for, like, it's really inexpensive for so much a month or whatever. That was close to him in Maryland, and they had a CNC wood router, and he learned how to run the wood router, which is not that complicated. He had the DXF files, he used MDF, and he cut all these out, and he noted that how I don't like wood bucks, so he made all of these with all these cutouts so that he could possibly see what he was doing. But it's really sparse information, so because he's got the stations pretty far apart. But then he had the idea of integrating in the wireform into the MDF, and the MDF was sort of like a paint by numbers for the wireform, and allowed him to easily make the wireform. So he ground out these little recessions for the wire to sit in, so they're nice and flush. All the MDF has been pointed like this, so it doesn't have to worry about the draft angle on the top surfaces. And he took note of how I do all the doors and separate all things out, and you know, he's now put in angle line here for where the windshield's going to bed. And now he's been up about, I think, 3 times. He's got a lot of the panels made for this. They're not all finished. And this time up, he's working on the nose pieces. He did these the last time he was up. He's working on that corner now, and he'll start doing the fenders. I believe he has the hoods. No, he's got the blank for the hood, that's all. So he's going to concentrate on the front. He's got a lot of the back done, and he started a little bit on the roof. But now he's integrated into it a SuperLeggera system, which is not the way Porsche made them, but he's probably going to do a tube frame for this and use this SuperLeggera system to be the inner structure for all the aluminum panels. And we can just walk around this thing, and it's just an absolute stunning shape. Now he'll be doing some more on the wireform. There's a few loose ends here and there. He'll get all that done. He's been very methodical about it, and the goal is what he's reaching for all the time to get it finished. So he should get a bunch of the panels done, and some of them may be welded together, and some of them pretty much finished. And he'll have a good start on the inner structure. Maybe the next time he comes up, he'll be thinking about, he won't be ready to build it, but he'll be thinking about how he's going to make a tube frame for it. As you can see, that is a really nice looking car. I hope I can keep inspiring people. I'm going to show a lot of these different videos of some of my students' work and what their accomplishments are. I think that's the best part of my job, as I mentioned earlier. So just thought that everybody would like to see that, and thanks for watching. Remember, please subscribe, like, and comment, and remember, metal is clay. Don't be intimidated. Come up and meet Wray.